Hello, namaste and welcome to my another new video. Today I'm going to make a different video other than my usual videos. Usually I'm creating vlogs, podcast and similar content, but today I'm going to make a different kind of video, different content, but I will continue to make vlog, podcasts and similar content in future as well. But this video is special for the students who are studying mathematics, secondary mathematics in Nepal, or really for all the students who wants to learn mathematics. Especially I'm going to start from geometry, because usually in Nepal, Nepalese students, they feel hard to solve the problem of geometry, especially the circle and the theorem related to circle. So I'm going to start teaching circle from today, and later on I can teach other topic as well. So my viewers can ask me the question, why you start making different type of content. Because back in Nepal, I was a mathematics teacher, but now I'm in Australia. So I had a thought, so why not to try teaching through YouTube? So that it will be my small effort to help the students and teach them mathematics in simple and easy way. So because of that reason, so I started making such kind of video from today. So let's see. So I'm gonna start from the topic circle of mathematics. It's in geometry in secondary level of Nepal. So I'm gonna make this video in both languages. I'm gonna explain everything in English and Nepalese as well, because it will be helpful for both students who are studying in public school and the private school. So I'm gonna explain everything in both languages. So let's start our chapter. Our chapter is circle. So I'll write it down here, circle. So at the beginning of this chapter, let's define circle. Let's know what is circle. So circle भनेको के हो हामी सबभन्दा पहिला बुझ्ने प्रयास गरौँ. Circle लाई define गर्ने प्रयास गरौँ. So circle is this shape, but we need to define so what is circle. So let's make one circle here. So this is circle, but let's define the circle. Circle means the path traced out by the moving point. So suppose, for example, there is one moving point here, P. So it's in the position 1. The path traced out by moving point from a fixed point. Fixed point is the center of circle. So path traced out by moving point. P भन्ने point moving point हो. अहिले 1 position मा छ, अहिले 2 position मा आयो. यसले जुन यो बाटो बनाइरहेको छ, अहिले फेरि 3 position मा आयो. So it's making a path here, and again it reaches to the point 4. So it's making the path. So this path traced out by the moving point from a fixed point. From a fixed point is center of circle. By taking a fixed distance. Fixed distance means the distance from center of circle, this P1 position, and the distance from center of circle to P2 position is same. And the distance from center of circle to P3 position is same. Distance from center of circle to P4 position is same. So the path traced out by this moving point from a fixed point by taking a fixed distance. This fixed distance is called radius. Fixed distance is called radius. This is radius of circle. This is radius of circle. So path traced out by, so let's define the circle. The circle is defined as the path traced out by the moving point from a fixed point by taking a fixed distance, which is equidistant from the center of circle. This moving point is equidistant in every reference point, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's OP1, OP2, OP3, OP4. So they all have the same distance from the center of circle. That means the path traced out by the moving point from the fixed point by taking a fixed distance is called circle. So circle is defined as this way. So let's learn something more about this circle, and lots of terms we're gonna use in this chapter. So we already knew about the radius. So I already explained what is radius. This distance from the center of circle to any point on the path. Any point on the path. Suppose OP2 is radius, OP1 is radius, OP2 is radius, OP3 is radius, OP3 is radius. That means always the radius of circle is same. Radius of same circle is always equal. OP1, OP2, OP3, they all are same. We can write this as R. So that's the radius of circle. And if you have to define what is radius, Radius is defined as the distance from the length from the center of circle to any point on this edge of the circle, or any point on the path of the circle. This path of the circle, this length of the circle is known as circumference. We learn another term is circumference. Let's define circumference. Circumference is the length of the circle. The whole length of circle is called circumference. Circumference भनेको circle को बाहिरको यो जुन whole length छ जो लम्बाइ छ that is called circumference. It is also called the perimeter of circle. It is also called the perimeter of the circle. Circumference is also defined as the perimeter of circle, or the length of the circle. And the radius is defined as the distance, the length from the center of circle to any points on the circumference. To any points on the circumference is called radius. And radius of same circle is always equal. The plural form of radius is radii. So radii are always equal. Radii of same circle is always equal. That's why OP1, OP2, OP3, they are all equal. That's the radius. So we knew circle, what is circle, we knew what is radius, and we knew what is circumference. Let's learn more. Okay, so let's learn about radius, circumference, and let's learn about the diameter. So let's learn about what is diameter. Diameter. Okay, I will make another circle. I'll rub this one. I will make another circle. Let's learn about the diameter. What is diameter? Diameter. If this is the circle and this is the center of circle, diameter is the length or the line which passes through the center of circle, O is the center of circle, and touches any 2 points on the circumference of the circle. The diameter is the line which passes through center of circle and touches any 2 points on the circumference of circle is called diameter. This AB is diameter. This is diameter. This is diameter. This is diameter. This AB is diameter. We can write diameter as D. So this whole AB is diameter. And you can see diameter is made from two radius. You see, AO is radius. AO is radius. And OB is also radius. That means diameter is AB is, I write it down, AB. AB is made from AO and OB. AB चाहिँ AO र OB बाट बनेको छ भने AB लाई मैले diameter भने, AB is diameter, AO is radius, and OB is radius. That means diameter is 2 times the radius. Always diameter is circle is double the radius. The diameter of same circle is 2 times the radius. Always the length of diameter is double the radius. Length of diameter is double the radius. So we learned radius, what is radius, what is circumference, what is diameter, and what is circle. Let's learn more, okay? So let's learn about the semicircle. Semicircle. What is semicircle? Semicircle. Semicircle. Semicircle means the diameter of radius. This AB is the diameter of circle. So if AB is the diameter of circle, AB is the diameter of circle, O is the center of circle. Diameter of circle always divides the circle into 2 equal parts. This part, this part, this part, and this part. Diameter of circle always divides the circle into 2 equal parts, and that 1/2 part is known as the semicircle. Semicircle भनेको diameter of circle ले जहिले पनि circle लाई आधामा डिवाइड गर्छ र आधामा डिवाइड गरिसकेपछि त्यो आधा पार्टलाई चाहिँ हामीले diameter भन्यो. भनेको यति माथिको पार्ट चाहिँ यो चाहिँ semicircle हो. This is the semicircle. This is semicircle. आधा पार्टलाई diameter भन्ने हैन, semicircle भन्ने हो है. Diameter ले डिवाइड गर्छ र diameter को ले डिवाइड गर्ने सर्कल को आधा पार्टलाई हामीले के भन्छौं? Semicircle भन्छौं. Semicircle पनि बुझियो. So let's learn another thing. That is arc. What is arc? This is the most important term, like we're gonna use this term arc. सबभन्दा बढी युज हुन्छ अहिले थ्योरमहरुमा सबभन्दा बढी युज हुने arc हो. So arc भनेको के हो सबभन्दा बुझ्नु पर्यो. Arc. If this is the circle and this is the center of circle, suppose this is the any point on circumference P and this is another any point on the circumference Q. Suppose this is another any point on circumference R. For example, So arc means the part of circumference, any part of circumference. Suppose this PQ, the PQ part of circumference is called arc. So, and we write arc is like this. If we have to write PQ arc, so we need to write PQ and we need to write like that. That's the PQ arc. Arc PQ like this, PQ arc. But arc, we always have two kinds of arc, minor arc and major arc. If we have to write it down PQ arc, and if we have to include this area like PQ, the part of the circumference, this is called minor arc PQ, and this if you go this way, and this part of the circumference is called major arc. This is called minor arc. The short one is minor and the longer one is major. भनेको arc जहिले पनि दुईटा किसिमको हुन्छ. One is minor and another is major. Minor भनेको जहिले पनि सानो arc को पार्टलाई minor भनिन्छ भने ठुलो arc को पार्टलाई major भनिन्छ. PQ minor arc हो. So हामी usually major arc use गर्दैनौं, minor arc use गर्छौं. तर कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ हामीले major arc लाई पनि थ्योरमहरुमा चाहिँ प्रुभ गर्दाखेरि हेर्नु पर्ने हुन सक्छ. तर युजुअली माइनर आर्क युज हुन्छ. माइनर आर्क भनेको PQ भयो. अब मेजर आर्क लेख्नु परेको थियो भने हामीले यसरी पनि लेख्न सक्थ्यौं. PRQ भनेको चाहिँ मेजर आर्क भनेर लेख्न सक्थ्यौं. अथवा यहाँ S राखेर लेख्ने हो भने पनि PSQ भनेको चाहिँ माइनर आर्क हुन्छ र PRQ भनेको चाहिँ मेजर आर्क हुन्छ. If we need to mention minor arc, we can say PSQ, or if we have to mention major arc, we can say PRQ. So arc भनेको, so the arc is defined as any parts of the circumference is called arc, and it is denoted by this symbol. So we have to use this arc in our theorem. So this is the most important thing. We need to remember this thing throughout the whole chapter. Okay, the arc is one of the most important terms we're gonna use in our theorem. So next one, let's define chord. So another most important, these two are very important in our theorem, arc and chord. So I will define chord. What is chord? We need to find out what is chord. Chord भनेको के हो त्यो हामीले पत्ता लगाउनु पर्यो. Chord. If O is the center of circle and this chord means the line which touches any 2 points in the circumference. The line which touches any 2 points in the circumference. भनेको circumference को कुनै पनि दुईटा पोइन्टमा कुनै टच गरेर कुनै लाइन बनेको छ भने त्यसलाई हामीले chord भन्छौं. भनेको PQ चाहिँ हाम्रो chord भयो. PQ चाहिँ हाम्रो के भयो? chord भयो. त्यसो भयो भने त, so that means I already made diameter. I explained about diameter before already. Diameter is the line which touches through the center of circle, passes through the center of circle and touches any 2 points on the circumference. That means diameter is also the chord, because diameter is also touching 2 points in the circumference. That is called, diameter is the longest chord of the circle. So diameter भनेको chord को circle को सबभन्दा longest chord हो. So diameter is also the chord. Chord, let's define chord. Chord means the line which touches any 2 points on the circumference of the circle is called chord. That means the diameter is also the chord of the circle. Diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Okay, so chord is also most important thing we need to know. So because we're gonna use this chord in our theorem later. Okay, so chord is done. So let's learn about the segment. Segment means, okay, segment भनेको the area enclosed by chord and the arc, corresponding arc. The area enclosed by chord and the corresponding arc. This area is called segment. The area enclosed by chord PQ and the arc this PQ. Minor arc PQ, major arc, minor arc PQ and the chord PQ ले जुन area enclosed गरेको छ त्यसलाई हामीले segment भन्छौं. Segment also we can say minor segment and major segment. Minor segment means the small portion, the area enclosed by the minor arc and the chord, and the major segment is this big portion, the whole big portion. This is major segment. सो मेजर सेगमेन्ट चाहिँ मेजर आर्कबाट बनेको हुन्छ भने माइनर सेगमेन्ट चाहिँ माइनर आर्कबाट बनेको हुन्छ भनेर बुझ्न सकिन्छ ओके सेगमेन्ट भनेको द एरिया इन्क्लोज बाइ chord and the corresponding arc segment is also done so till now we learn about circle radius circumference diameter semicircle arc chord segment यति कुरा हामीले जाने सातवटा कुरा हामीले जानिसक्यौं next 8 number let's learn about sector what is sector means let's draw one circle here sector भनेको के हो भने कुनै पनि सर्कलको this is the center of circle and this OA is radius and OB is radius look these two are radius and they are always equal I already explained about this before OA and OB are the radius of circle and they are always equal the radius of same circle are always equal the radii are always equal so sector means the area occupied by two radii and the corresponding arc दुईटा रेडियाई र यो AB आर्क जुन आर्क छ त्यसले अकुपाई गर्ने जुन एरियालाई भन्छ हामी सेक्टर भन्छौं सेक्टर पनि दुई किसिमको हुन्छ वी क्यान से माइनर दिस इज सेक्टर सो दुई त्यताबाट नजाऊ सो दिस इज सेक्टर यसलाई चाहिँ मेजरतिर नजाऊ अहिले यति मात्र बुझिराखौं सेक्टर भनेको चाहिँ दुईटा रेडियाई र आर्कबाट बनेको जति एरिया हुन्छ त्यसलाई नै हामी सेक्टर भन्छौं यो खासै युज हुँदैन तर we can know about this sector is defined as the area enclosed by two radii and the corresponding arc is called sector is done next number 9 next we gonna learn about the concentric circle means those circles which have the same center for example this is the center one center O and if I make another circle from the same center the same center but they have different radius for example this is the radius of the small circle OA is the radius of small circle small r and if OB is the radius of big circle capital R that means they have different radius but they have same circle if any two or more circle we can make from the same center that is called concentric circle means the circles which have same center but different radius okay they are called concentric means they have the common center the same center it's an easy thing but they have different radius तिनीहरुको चाहिँ रेडियस छुट्टै हुन्छ तर सेन्टर चाहिँ कहिले पनि एउटै हुन्छ भने त्यसलाई हामीले कोसेन्ट्रिक सर्कल भन्छौं सो नेक्स्ट टर्म इज intersecting circle number 10 intersecting circle okay let's learn about this intersecting circle means if two circle this is one circle they have the center O and this is another circle small circle and center is suppose P they are intersecting on these 2 points A and B intersecting circle means any two circle they have like different center but they are intersecting on any 2 points they are like connecting they are touching on any 2 points is called intersecting circle that means they have same common points like you see this A is the point one point moving point of this circle and A is also the moving point of another circle and they are intersecting at this point and B is also another moving point of this big circle B is also the moving point of this small circle that means they are connecting with each other on 2 points A and B that is called intersecting they are intersecting on 2 points easy दुईटा पोइन्टमा चाहिँ छोइराको छ भने त्यसलाई हामीले intersecting circle भन्न सक्छौं यो पनि सकियो okay next another important term number 11 I will write it down here number 11 tangent and point of contact यो हामी सबभन्दा बढी युज हुन्छ है फेरि यो सर्कलमा टेन्जेन्ट र पोइन्ट अफ कन्ट्याक्ट बुझेन भने थ्योरम गर्न सकिदैन यो आर्क chord tangent and point of contact and they are very important because we're going to use these things on the theorem. So tangent and what is tangent? Let's define the tangent. Okay, suppose this is the circle and this is the center of circle. The tangent is defined as the line which touches any one point, the line which touches any one point of the circle is called tangent. The line which touches any one point and that point is called point of contact. This is called point of contact. Line कुनै पनि लाइनले सर्कलको कुनै पनि एउटा पोइन्टमा if the line touching only one point and passing through the circle, touching only one point and passing through the circle is called tangent. This AB is tangent and this point is called point of contact. This P is called point of contact. If the line touches two points like this one and this one, this is not the tangent. Tangent means it need to touch only one point, not on 2 points. Only one point on the circumference of the circle. The line which touches this circumference of the circle at only one point is called tangent and that point is called point of contact. Okay, यो चाहिँ point of contact भनेको त्यो भयो, tangent भनेको यो हो. अनि यसरी हामीले tangent लाई डिफाइन गर्न सक्छौं. Tangent भनेको कुनै पनि एउटा सर्कलको सर्कमफरेन्सको कुनै पनि एउटा पोइन्टमा टच भएर कुनै एउटा लाइन पास गरेको छ भने त्यसलाई नै हाम्रो tangent भन्छ. AB is the tangent. Tangent is done. So next is secant. Let's learn about secant. Secant means any line touching any 2 points on the circle. Suppose this line, this AB line is touching on P and Q. So AB is secant, but P and Q is chord. So we need to know. I already explained about the chord. Chord means the line which touches this any 2 points on the circumference, but secant means the whole line from A to B. It is touching the circle on 2 points but passing through the circle. Circle बाट पनि पास भएर अगाडि बढिरहेको छ भने त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले सेकेन्ड भन्छ. AB is secant but PQ is chord. त्यो चाहिँ डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ. त्यही भएर यसरी बुझ्नु पर्यो. सेकेन्ड भनेको चाहिँ पास भएर नै अगाडि बढ्यो भने सेकेन्ड हुन्छ र chord भनेको चाहिँ पास सर्कलको सर्कमफरेन्समा मात्रै टच गरेको छ भने त्यसलाई chord भन्छौं. तर सेकेन्ड भनेको चाहिँ पास भएर पनि अगाडि गयो भने chord भन्छौं. पास भएर पनि अगाडि गयो भने सेकेन्ड भन्छ भने chord means only touching on the circumference but not passing through the circle. But the line which passes through the circle is known as secant. This is called secant. So these are the terms we're gonna use in our theorem. So these are the basic things of circle. So this is the lesson 1 for the circle. So if I hope you understood these terms. So if you understood this term, it will be only easy for you if you understood these terms. So other than that, it will be hard for you to solve the problems and the theorems. So सबभन्दा पहिला चाहिँ हामीले यो termsहरु, these are the basic terms. So we need to know, okay? So if you knew all of these things, only then you can solve theorem and you can do the problems as well. So यो चाहिँ बेसिक कुरा भयो सर्कलको. यो बेसिक कुरा जानिसकेपछि हामीले थ्योरम र सर्कल गर्न सक्छौं. आजको लागि चाहिँ यति मात्रै. यो पहिलो क्लास भयो. यसपछि म थ्योरमहरु पनि गर्नेछु. लेट्स सी है. अब यसको चाहिँ कस्तो प्रतिक्रिया हुन्छ त्यो अनुसार चाहिँ मैले भिडियो बनाउँछु. But this is the basic things we're going to use in our theorems and the problems. So I hope you understood. So thank you so much for today. Thank you.